Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Board Games Unlocked, and we are playing Everybody Lies, the Batman detective system, and we are doing Prologue 1. Cool. Prologue 1. We're doing just the prologue.
Do you have that overhead one on?
No, I know. This has nothing, so I always just keep that one.
Do you have the prologue on?
I do have the prologue on. So, we got, this very detailed picture of the prologue. Yeah, I'm dying over here. Location, the offices of the Gotham City Gazette, October 3rd, 8:45 a.m. It's pathetic, really. What kind of man picks up women at a funeral? You ask. I don't know who these people are. No good, Vicky.
As Batman.
That was me, Vicky.
No good, Vicky. Everyone knows Wayne's your ex, and you... I guess that was Vicky.
She's been smoking for 6 years.
Yes, I've been smoking for 47 years.
My name is Terry.
My name is Vicky Vale.
Chocolate.
Everyone knows Wayne's your ex, and you writing an expose against Wayne Enterprises just isn't going to hold enough weight. Maybe hand the project off to Spacey. Your editor-in-chief, Mario Ito, usually has a good sense about these things, but that doesn't mean it's any less frustrating. Suddenly, one of your interns from Gotham City University comes through Ito's door, out of breath. Vicky, Karen's alive! What? You ask, confused and a bit in shock. She was found late last night, staring at her own grave at Gotham City Cemetery, says the intern, whose name you've honestly forgotten. Once the shock wears off and you gain your composure, you're able to make a few phone calls. You find out that Karen Sinclair, your friend and colleague, and person you've experimented every so often, who was declared dead last week.
College, everybody does it.
Yeah, everyone just tries. Everyone just sniffs a little. Was discovered in the early morning near her own grave. She was beaten, cut up, obviously tortured, and mentally exhausted.
Torture will do that.
Yeah. Her mother said Karen called her an hour before that, but she didn't believe it was her. She was convinced her daughter was dead. Maybe Karen wanted to see for herself if it was true. The funeral was on Friday. 2 days ago. She had been missing for 2 weeks. The initial investigation showed that Karen had been attacked by criminals in the Diamond District, but Batman intervened. Saved Karen.
And killed her.
He intervened. Saved Karen, but still beat her up. And pursued the criminals.
Exhausted her mentally.
Pursued the criminals while contacting the GCPD about Karen's location. When the officers arrived, they discovered that she was no longer there, and it was assumed she had been abducted. A week later, the police released a report supporting her abduction by a serial killer, Barton Mathis, known as the Dollmaker. Not the Dollmaker, the most well-known Batman villain.
The least copyrighted.
I knew it! You yell as you re-enter Mario's office without knocking, seeing him getting... Never mind. They declared her dead way too quickly. Someone lied.
Did they have a body?
Doesn't matter.
No.
Everybody lies.
Everybody lies.
It's just wondering.
Someone lied, or at least obfuscated the truth to protect someone else. We need to call the police, and I've already called, Mario says. They've claimed that the Dollmaker must have had her hidden somewhere else. Yahoo! And was able to keep her alive.
Have you put her in another tower?
Yeah. Your friend Karen is in another tower. She was lucky to have escaped.
Are we in the wrong fandom?
The Mario is on line 1. The mayor is on line 1, Mario. Can I transfer the call? The intern's voice interrupts through the phone on Mario's desk. Yeah! Put him through! He says to do the intercom on the phone. Vicky! Yahoo! I'm your friend too! We'll talk about this later! Put the investigation token on space 5.
Already?
Yeah, I guess we suck.
Shit.
Gain 1.
It has been.
We got 1.
Yay!
Investigation. One of the players must play as Vicky Vale.
Okay.
The goal of the case is to find out who kidnapped Karen.
It was Catwoman.
It was me.
Spoilers.
That's why we have to play Vicky. She's the one who did it.
Yep.
She's doing it for a scoop.
Problem solved.
The game begins with Vicky Vale pursuing the goal. As the game progresses, other characters will join the game through cards. So, we can, as further leads.
Where's Batman?
We don't have a Batman.
Yeah,
we don't need no
one
stinking
plays-
Batman.
Yeah, Batman's just some stuck-up rich boy who's in a sick, kink gimp fetish.
So
Did
this
you watch
is-
Titans? Fuck Batman.
Not watch Titans.
No, God. No, I did watch Peacemaker.
I watched-
Batman's a fucking pussy.
I watched Teen Titans. Go.
Yeah, that was a good one. Oh, wait, no. Titans was the good one.
No, Titans was not a good one,
No, it wasn't.
in my opinion. The live action one.
The remade Suicide Squad. Perfect. Weasel, my favorite character.
Shut up.
He
He's
was
no
the
one's
best.
favorite.
Nepotism.
He is literally no one's favorite.
I disagree.
I liked him.
He was adorable.
He didn't get nearly enough screen time.
No, he did not. He
Truly.
was not even really a character.
Canonically in the movie. Not dead.
So we can visit Karen in the hospital
No.
and smother her with a pillow.
Yes.
We
You're
can
supposed to
visit.
be dead.
We can visit the GCPD to check the files from Karen's case and smother them with a pillow.
And then go back to Smother Karen with the
And we can examine Karen's computer and notes at her desk in the Gotham City Gazette offices.
And then
Of course,
smother
and
her.
smother that with a pillow.
Big fucking pillow.
We don't know how to turn a computer
You know
off,
she's
so we're
mentally
just like,
exhausted, so I highly doubt she's going to be of any help.
That's very possible.
Well,
Well, she was.
She's still in the hospital.
Well,
I don't think anyone in the hospital is ever mentally exhausted.
no one has
No.
ever gotten better by being in the hospital. So, we should go attack her quickly.
Yeah, finish what we started.
Police files, they're likely to have some useful information.
Probably.
And I can use my press pass to get us in.
Yeah.
Catwoman, I really don't know what we can do with you.
I can steal a diamond for you.
We can.
I can go.
That could be useful.
I can go.
You can go. And spit up a hairball.
And then run over to the carpet.
Sip a cooch
To the
ball.
mayor's carpet.
No, not on the goddamn it.
And then walk away like nothing happened. And then
And then
ask
start
for
cleaning
food.
yourself.
I'm hungry.
You could also star in the worst movie ever made,
Batman.
Catwoman. You can be Halle Berry.
Okay.
She got a
But
Razzie
she
for
was
that.
hot.
Well, yeah. That's just because she was also hot in Swordfish, and that movie sucks
I
too.
don't even.
Halle Berry's just not in good
It's
movies.
not a real movie.
She was in Swordfish. Is
X-Men.
absolutely yeah, exactly. And
seen
those
it.
are not great.
Nope, never seen it.
Swordfish is I think it's a hacking movie with Hugh Jackman.
John Travolta
Yeah,
on his downslide again.
yeah. So, what do you guys think? Are we all for the GCPD headquarters?
Yeah.
Works for me.
All right.
Only if you can tell me what GCPD stands for, because I bet you can't.
Gotham City Police Department.
How do you know?
All right, so we gain
He's a
card.
detective.
It was supposed to be a secret. You work there, yeah.
We gain card 2.
Who?
Do you have a back? Oh. Okay, cool. Oh, that's pretty neat. The scene deck has
Scenes.
scenes
So
in it.
I also didn't know that Batman wasn't like gonna be in this. I'm writing this as if it's Batman's diary, so this is gonna.
Just a lot of dicks of
He's watching
Joker.
this. He's watching. No.
Okay. Vicky Vale, always on the lookout for a scandal. I was almost reading this like a manga. I'm like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
But nope, has to go normal. So that's what we got here. Vicky Vale always looking out for a scandal. Then this guy's like, and then someone walks by. Some shady guy walks by. Boom.
Interesting.
Sinclair is safe. Dollmaker is in Arkham. Everyone is happy. Except for Vicky Vale. Always on the lookout for a scandal, yells Jack Nettles, the cop you've been nagging for the last 15 minutes. I hope you're aware that we don't have time to reinvestigate closed cases. Maroney and Cobblepot are at each other's throats again, and we're risking another gang war out there. Karen Sinclair was missing for 2 weeks, and no one knows what's going on with her. You answer. Don't you think her family deserves some answers?
How can they close the case if it was clearly a kidnapping?
It wasn't.
Wouldn't.
They closed it. They closed it after they declared her dead.
Right.
They were like, well, she's done.
And then she showed back up, and they were just like, case still closed. You dead.
According to the police, she's still dead.
You're not getting your social back. We only give them once.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I don't think you understand Gotham. Like, they got a lot of cases.
When Catwoman was like, "This is a lost cause. I'm leaving." Spoiler alert for the Batman. Agree. 100%.
Yeah, but also they were like, well, she wears a ski mask as a mask, a half a ski mask, so she kind of looks stupid.
Listen.
There's Catwoman over
God
there
bless.
sneezing.
God bless Catwoman.
Anyway,
She does that head thing.
She'll tell him herself when she's in better condition, he says, and puts on his cap and a jacket, ready to leave the office. You don't move. Eh? You're not going anywhere, are you? He sighs. Lux! He waves at another policeman. Give her those files Kinski put together. He turns back to you. You'll get what you want, but I warn you, you won't learn much from it. Kinski is not the most thorough officer at this station. Officer Robert Lux hands you the files. Well, let's go ahead and, let's read those files. Enter file number, 002.
Okay, Jeff Goldblum.
Search. I was like, it's not even here. Ooh. Okay. I think that's what these are. File at 002.
You guys don't know it, there's so much funny stuff on this.
I'm sure there are. You're
No pertinent
you're hilarious.
Notes. No pertinent notes.
You're the funniest person I've ever met.
Thank you. It's because you haven't met a lot of comedians.
Okay, I don't think these are it. I was hoping they were.
File 002.
But they might, yeah.
Why would they give us something printed out when it's on the computer?
So we could have it printed out.
So
I don't know what I
keep passing the computer around.
Yeah.
You paid for those, but they're just not
Okay.
there yet. You goob.
Well, here's what we got. Can I move down? Oh, okay, I can. So, the victim was Karen Sinclair, Gotham City Gazette journalist. She is 32 years old, so she is way past her prime.
Is she married? Spinster.
I don't know.
She was a journalist?
Well, this might be important. Officer Jeremy Giggs and Thomas Kinski were the ones on the they were the investigators.
So her husband? Her brother?
Yes, her brother Jeremy Giggs and Thomas Kinski.
What was her last name?
Sinclair.
No, I thought that was Who the
Very
fuck?
close.
And then Vicky Vale.
Vicky's Kinski.
All right, here's the description.
Well, that's my married name.
You're not married. You're married to the job.
It's true.
And you're too stuck up to ever settle for a man.
So it was Giggs and Kinski?
Yeah. All right, here's the description of the events. On September 19th...
Hold on.
Karen was attacked by local game...
Batman doesn't write fast. September 19th?
Yes.
2001.
Ooh, that's quite a while ago.
That's not real. There's no year. I just want to wait till you wrote it like an idiot.
Well, I was going to make a dark joke, so I'm glad I did.
Karen was attacked by local gang members in a warehouse located in the Diamond District.
Uh-oh. That's
Which is right there.
Cute
That's not true.
Catwoman. She was mugged by Catwoman.
Diamond District, right there, number
So
7.
a local gang,
Local gang.
you
Yep.
said?
Yep. Local gang. Yep.
Local gang.
Yep. She was saved just in time by Batman,
Oh, thank God.
who happened to be patrolling the streets nearby. The gangsters fled and Batman pursued them, but first he notified the police about Karen's location and asked them to escort her safely to the hospital. Officer Jeremy Giggs and Thomas Kinski volunteered to take on the task. When Officer Giggs and Kinski arrived to escort Sinclair to safety, she wasn't there. Officer Kinski remained on the scene to wait for forensics, while Officer Giggs searched the area for Karen Sinclair. 3 of the gangsters, including known hitman Gus Weller, were caught and placed in Blackgate Penitentiary. They didn't know anything about Sinclair's abduction. So, the main suspect,
Is
what?
she Catwoman?
No, hold on.
Could be. Were you in the
You
hospital?
wait,
play as Catwoman.
I forgot that she also has that she's slaying Kyle.
26 Giggs and Kinski discovered an illegal surgical room in the sewers beneath the Diamond District. The evidence found on the scene, including various human body parts, suggested the place belonged to Surgeon Barton Mathis, also known as the Dollmaker. Mathis was arrested and placed in Arkham Asylum. So the evidence found was Karen Sinclair's blood, her little and ring fingers on her right hand, and documents proving that her organs were sold on the black market. What?
Okay, so
And
blood.
yet she's still alive?
Yeah, apparently.
Boy. I think they're forged.
Well,
I suspect...
okay.
Does Karen Sinclair have a twin sister?
I don't know.
Alter ego.
I don't know.
Selena Kyle, who is also Catwoman.
I don't know. But, you return the files and leave the building, frustrated. You'll have to find another way to get more information about what happened to Karen. Suddenly, you hear a voice behind you. Well, I guess we both agree that something doesn't feel right about this case.
Hope to God that's Batman.
You turn to see the officer in a long coat that you saw earlier at the station.
Batman!
Could be. Nobody knows what he really looks like.
Detective Harvey Bullock. That's me.
Tell me
Hi,
Sandra
Harvey.
Bullock's husband is in this?
Yep. How are you involved in the Karen Sinclair case, you ask? You don't have time to talk to another incompetent police officer. I'm not. But if it has anything to do with whatever's going on behind closed doors at that police department, I'd like to look into it. If Bullock is on the team, gain card B.
Nice choice.
I do
Kick
gain.
Bullock off the team.
Gain one thing.
Yeah.
I think we might have to go visit her in the hospital because what if we find out that she?
Hey, by the way, what organs are you missing? Hello?
Wurlitzer.
Oh, she's dead.
Well, but just
It's her heart.
What if she's not missing any?
Well, let's find out.
Oh, check the fingers.
Yeah.
We should
Lick
check
them
her
all.
fingers and see if they match the missing ones.
I see you're missing the 2 middle fingers, and people just aren't good at documenting.
Okay, so, here, I'll put the leads next to you guys. Oh, whoops.
Thanks.
Then we got more further leads, but here's my personal goal. You weren't always a stalwart cop, but that same past has led you to be one of the few that Gordan trusts. You, Montoya, and a handful of others. Eventually, you all want the same thing, to rid the GCPD of corruption and turn the suspicious citizens' views towards the truth. There's always been speculation about your reputation in the GCPD, and for good reason. But every day you keep your head down and do the work, trying to climb from the gutters of your past. When Vicky Vale appeared in the office causing a commotion about the injustice of her friend Karen Sinclair's case, you couldn't help but step in and extend your hand. "Oh, what makes you think I'm going to trust you?" Vale says as you try to explain how you want to help out. "I think you'll be like everyone else. You won't trust me until I prove that you can," you respond. "Well," Vale pauses looking for a response. "Seriously, Vale, I might look like a brute. I might even act like one. But I get the job done. Now, let's start from the beginning. Shh. You gotta kiss me. Right on my puckers.
All right.
If you say so." Vale explains her suspicions about Giggs and Kinski. She explains how the bat caught the gang members, as well as the premature pronouncement of death, and even the recent involvement of Catwoman.
Hi there.
Something is definitely not right. Catwoman working with Vale? The pronouncement of death? And the GCPD's ignorance? It's time to get your hands dirty. What else is new? My personal goal is to find out why the police don't want to continue to investigate Karen's case.
It's easy. They're corrupt. Boom. Case closed.
I want to know
Or-
what love is!
You know what's even better than a corrupt officer?
Sexy one?
Just a bad one. I hope this is.
stripper.
What if they're just the hot dog squad?
They're just really bad at their
And they're
job.
like, yeah, this finger.
Shit
hers.
squad!
And
Okay.
Is Detective Popcorn on the case?
I hope so.
It's me. Okay.
Alright, what leads do we got?
Do we want to go?
Ask Bullock to obtain Dollmaker's files. Ask Bullock if he has any informants in Blackgate to discuss Dollmaker, Gus Weller, and Karen Sinclair. Or talk to Griggs and Kinski about the investigation.
Just beat the shit out of them.
They don't know anything, and they're sure not going to admit it now.
That's true.
Embarrassing
That's true.
for them.
I kind of like the idea of going to visit Karen.
Yeah, me
the
too.
hospital.
Me too. I want to see. Can we get her extra?
Yeah.
the old
Now
house.
that we know if we should check for missing fingers.
Right, and organs.
Yeah.
Okay, that was on that one, right?
Yeah. Downtown 001.
001, right here. Boom, Vale.
We're going downtown.
You arrive at the Mercy Hospital, and 2 policemen watch over the entrance to Karen's room. One tall and chubby, the other shorter, fidgeting with a toothpick. I love how they don't bother to mention his weight. But, this one is definitely fat.
Well, you know he's fidgeting, so he's on crack, so he's skinny.
That's true. Alright, and then we gain card 1. which is this right here.
Nice. It's pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, uh-oh.
Yeah.
It kind of goes with this one,
Oh, was she crying?
artistically.
Yeah.
I thought she was like, and I was like, oh, okay.
What have they done to you?
They finally killed her.
Are there words that go with this?
Oh,
No,
so
just
I'm
kidding.
thinking maybe they did indeed take a finger or two. What if she's
I'll just leave the
Why did I
flower.
bring flowers? She's unconscious.
I'll just leave the flowers and I'm out, you assure them. Give them to me, the tall one answers. I'll take care of it.
I love eating them.
Come on, Giggs, says the other cop. Sinclair's unconscious. She won't mind.
Oh.
Giggs doesn't seem too happy, but he steps aside and lets you in. You shiver when you see Karen, all the cuts and bandages. What have they done to you? You whisper. As you approach her bed, she opens her eyes slowly. Vicky.
Batman.
Huh?
Batman.
Batman fucked me up.
He thought I was a criminal.
It was Vicky.
Vicky? She asks faintly. You set the flowers down on the bedside table and pick up the pillow.
You just weather with flowers. No big deal.
And arrange them so the policeman can't see she's awake. A pen drive under the desk. I told them I had to. And Tagaro. Who's Tagaro, you whisper. Where were you, Karen? Hey, yells Giggs. No talking to the patient. She was away for 2 weeks, you answer. She was away for 2 weeks, you answer. Just updating her on little office gossip. Giggs just rolls his eyes. The smell of lavender in the car. 8-9. Karen continues. And then darkness. Constant darkness. They call him Dollmaker. Karen, you need to tell me more, you whisper. They asked me about Batman. Asked me if I knew him. Of course I knew him. 8-9. 8-9. How did you get out? She risked a lot to save me. Thank her for me if you see her.
Catwoman.
All right, time's up, says the doctor, entering the room. I'm happy you're safe, Karen, you say as you exit. Leaving the room, you overhear Giggs making a phone call. Yeah, Vale. Vale. I don't know. I'll see someone in Arkham later today. I don't. The other cop nudges him and immediately changes the topic. Yeah, Sinclair's doing well. She'll recover. Just needs to rest.
I definitely won't hire a hitman.
Yeah, right. You
Not
keep
me.
moving, minding your own business and pretending not to overhear anything. You feel their stares on your back as you enter the elevator and exit the building. Moreover, you have an uneasy feeling that someone else has been observing you as well. You friends with her? A woman asks, stepping from the shadows as you leave the building. You recognize her immediately. Yeah, friend. Colleague. You stammer as Catwoman stands before you. You found her. She, told me to thank you. I'm not gonna. It wasn't like that, Catwoman says. I was doing what I do. She just happened to be there, and I'm curious. I planned a curiosity killed the me.
Good thing I have 19 lives. That's not what.
I plan to go back as soon as I can. What do you want, you ask as the charm wears off. Why was she there? What's her connection to the clinic? You want my help? You cut her off as their opportunity to work with Catwoman. Don't you have more capable friends? I do, but he can be a bit moody, and I assume Miss Vicky Vale has a few tricks up her sleeve. Alright, you gain card A.
Me?
Yep. If Catwoman is on the team, that's your personal thing. And we gain another one! Okay. More leads! So, you can read all that out loud, please. Thank you.
Oh,
In character.
I actually didn't know Batman's. I'm so stuck on Batman.
Batman is a middle name. And
Batman's-
no one ever uses it.
It's Bat the Man.
Bat, not
You want me to read it out loud, or is it...
Can we just hang on for a second?
No, it
so I
took
can bring
you
this
way
closer
too
to my
long.
face? Being adopted into a wealthy family and then abandoned and left to fend for yourself doesn't do much for your faith in humanity. And honestly, when you heard about Falcone... Is it Falcone?
Mm-hmm.
That was Falcone.
Well, we just watched the movie, but
Yeah,
I
thought it was Falcone.
Falcone's
I
new
think it's
loca-
Falcone.
for laundering cash, he figured you to help yourself. You broke into the Soriso clinic looking for a nice treat and found nothing but trouble. Karen Sinclair, tortured and already on her second life as far as you could tell. Who knows how many of your 9 you have left. Well, good thing I have 19. This isn't like Falcone. If he wanted a journalist to disappear, they wouldn't be found. Something else must be going on, and who knows, maybe it'll be a worthwhile payoff. Even those Gotham City Gazette goons seem hot on Falcone's trail too, eager as always to play pretend detective. Can't blame them when real badges like Bullock can barely find his piece. So she's got a lot to say, let alone a decent lead. Even the Bat mentioned they're working together on this one. Perhaps helping could earn you a favor. He might even provide some insight about the people who tried to kill Karen. You decide to give it a shot. Make no mistake, you're not one to play well with others, but even cats will play with mice to work up an appetite. Settling a score with Falcone and maybe making some cash does sound scrumptious.
Ooh,
Personal
yummy, yummy.
goal. Find out how Falcone is involved.
All right, how nice.
I didn't know cats play with their food to work up an appetite. I thought they were just sick freaks.
maybe Catwoman is just a
Silly goose.
yeah, maybe she's just a little wacky.
She could be lying.
She could also be lying, but I highly doubt that the people we play as are lying.
We're all double agents.
Are you lying?
All
Yeah.
the time.
That's just what a liar would... Wait a minute. Hold on.
No, okay, so yep. I don't get it. Alright, so we got more leads. See what Catwoman uncovers when returning to the clinic. Follow Giggs after he is done with the shift at the hospital. See if Catwoman's friend can help you find more information about what happened at the night Karen was abducted.
Giggs is the one that started to say something and then got cut off? Or is it the other one?
Yes. No, that was Giggs. And Giggs was also the one on that case, right? Like, he's the one who... Giggs and Kinski?
Yeah.
Okay. So...
We should probably mark that one at some point.
Well, so these are Underground, Arkham Asylum, and the Batcave, and I can't remember if we can just automatically go to those.
We have to acquire those
I think that's what I thought it was too. Yeah.
symbols.
We just know where the Batcave
Which
is.
we can get those. Like we could spend 2 of these to get the.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's my ability.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
To get... which one?
The blue one, which
Okay.
was.
And she can get the bat one.
Which was Authority, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Authority, then Underworld, then Batman.
Okay.
But the Arkham Asylum,
What is
we need Batman to do it.
the other spaces?
Spend 2 to gain the green one, which is...
Oh, Underground.
Yep, Underground.
So we can go
But I
anywhere.
can't remember... Oh, that's what I was looking at. If those have to... If we have to be told, we can place those. Those are free. 4 locations have a cost. The GCPD headquarters location is free to visit on its front side, but will cost you if you visit it while it's exhausted. For the record, we've done 2 leads.
By the way, I spend a clue to unexhaust all tiles.
Oh, okay, good deal. Good deal.
Did you hear Brett when he said mine?
Yeah, you can guess the Batman.
Yep.
I did. Okay, so when you find a further lead that indicates the location not already on the game board, find the look and place it with its... Oh, okay. So, I think all of these... Yeah, because Underground, Arkham Asylum, and Batcave, so those can all be placed now. Just on the
sorry.
board.
That's what you mean by that.
Yep. Yep. No. There, and...
Sorry.
Well, I don't know if we have Blackgate Penitentiary yet, but that's okay.
Oh, okay. I thought.
Unless any of our leads. Mine's Underground, Arkham Asylum, and Batcave.
Ask Bullock if he has any informants
Is
in Blackgate.
Okay.
So that is at Blackgate Penitentiary.
Should we also... I mean, I think it's important to look at Karen's computer to see what she was...
Yeah, because she was definitely targeted.
And probably not by Falcone.
Yeah. So.
You know, she might have been... Because Catwoman already said that they're kind of playing detective. So she probably just looked at something.
So we went to the hospital, so that's downtown?
Yeah.
Yeah. So downtown was hospital. What was the other one we went to? The GCPD headquarters.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So, and now we're in downtown. So to go back to headquarters, we need the Authority one.
Right.
Should we go see the bat?
We would need to spend 2 of these to get that token, which I'm totally not... Well, I kind of want to follow Giggs. But... That's,
Yeah.
because he was at the scene of the crime. He's clearly not letting anyone visit her, so...
But he almost let something slip.
Right.
Or he wants to share and got cut off.
Well, he was definitely talking to someone about who came to visit, which was you. So, yeah, I mean, I'm down for spending 2 of these to get the bat, to spend it to go to Arkham Asylum, if we want to follow Giggs, or if we want to do whatever. Because we have a bunch of leads now,
Yep.
but the bat gives us access to the Batcave and Arkham Asylum. And then we'll have one of these left over.
We didn't talk to Giggs and Kinsey, did we?
Nope.
Okay.
Definitely not fucking talking to him now.
Okay. It's downtown. We're already downtown.
Mm.
We don't have to take the blimp anywhere.
Yes.
No, but I think I can't remember which ones were.
But the blink is...
So City Hall was the Gazette. Yeah, City Hall, the Gazette, and downtown are always free to go to.
Right.
Everything else will have a cost.
Right.
So, yeah, figuring out what she was working on might give us a lead. But she did tell us that she was down in the darkness with the doll maker.
Underground.
So she was definitely getting ganked.
She said 89. They asked her if she knew Batman.
Well, she said it
Took
weird. She was saying 8-9, right?
Yeah.
Over and over. 8-9, 8-9. Of course, they asked me about the Batman. Asked me if I knew him. Of course, I knew him. 8-9, 8-9.
Every detective knows him.
Upside down, it would be 6-8.
Which is very close to the best number ever.
67.
Yeah, it's a hot one. What would 8-9 refer to?
I don't think we can know until we either go underground
I agree.
or
Okay. Well, I mean,
talk to more people.
Yep. Gotta keep scooping up clues.
all right. So what are we doing?
I wanted to go to the Bat.
Of course you do, because you're a slut for Batman.
He's my best friend.
You don't even have friends.
I don't even believe in Batman.
I know, he doesn't exist. It's just some scary story we tell our kids to keep them in line.
To not beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Hey, my ex Bruce Wayne knows Batman personally.
They're best friends. He
I
knows almost
know.
too much about him.
I know.
He dresses
but,
up as him in the bedroom.
But since Bruce wears glasses and Batman doesn't,
it's clearly they're not the same person.
Also, I've heard Batman talk way too deep voice.
he's actually has a Tennessee accent.
Well, we also have my stuff, right?
Yep, you have stuff.
I have things I can do.
Yeah, we have a lot that we can do.
Okay, well, which one are we doing?
I already said.
All right,
which
no one
I
likes-
wanna
no one
do.
likes your suggestion.
Okay, then you pick.
Brett, what do you want to do?
Well, do we want to do the free stuff first, or do you want to spend our tokens?
I already spent the two.
To
They're
do-
already back in the pile. It's impossible to get them back.
You're right. So we should go underground then?
What was underground?
Not sure. Till we go there, how do we know?
Well, what was the lead for underground?
Didn't you have one?
See what Catwoman uncovers when returning to the clinic.
Is that underground?
Yeah, that's the only thing that is underground.
Okay. Batcave?
Well, we got three different things. We got Batcave, you want to go underground, I want to go to Arkham Asylum.
All right, let's go to the asylum then. He's better at this than we are.
That's not true. I just
He's the man. We should
Here's-
follow his lead.
here's the here's the thing. I just read all this stuff, so it makes it seem like I know what's going on, but I really don't.
It's true.
All right. Well, so we'll get the Authority, and then we'll go to Black.
So that slides this, right?
Not Black Cave. No, we get the Bat. Sorry, and then we go to Arkham Asylum
Okay.
and flip it.
That's a lead, right? So we have to move it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. That will get us to card 12. Ooh! You wait until Giggs is done with his shift at the hospital. Then you wait even more while he takes a pee and then maybe a poo. Then start your car and follow him.
I'm going to wait for that. I'm just going to go in.
He hears your car start and immediately knows he's being followed. You know
loud card.
Yeah, you know exactly where he is heading and your skin crawls. Every time you approach Arkham Asylum, you have the same discomfort. It's a grim house in a grim city. Amadeus Arkham's mad spirit surrounds the instability of this place. He followed Giggs through the main entrance and realized he's here to visit someone. He's led into the visitors area. As the attendant asks who you're here to see, you panic and quickly blurt out the first patient that comes to mind, then immediately regret it. I'm here to interview the Joker! As you wait, a bit terrified, you overhear Giggs' conversation with someone you don't recognize. A blonde woman with a creepy smile. She must be a patient. Just make sure Mathis keeps his mouth shut, okay? Giggs hisses to her. I don't care how you do it. He's mad that we used him, and Falcone is worried that he's out for revenge, and we'll get you out of here eventually. But we have to play our cards right. I don't care how you do it. He's mad that we used him, and Falcone is worried that he's out for revenge.
Maybe the doll maker.
You sit facing a thick plastic divider and continue. Okay, this one's a typo, I think. You sit facing a thick plastic and continue. You sit facing a thick plastic divider and continue listening. But after their short exchange, Giggs pushes his chair back with a loud screech, and you turn to see him leave. You notice that the blonde woman is staring at you. Her strange, slight grin begins to fade slowly as you feel someone behind you approach the divider. Oh, Miss Vale, what a pleasant surprise. Anyone ever tell you why the amputee couldn't be a reporter? Nope! You're out of your seat and follow Giggs before you hear the punchline. Giggs leads you to an abandoned tenement in Coventry. Inside, he opens one of the mail slots in the hallway and takes a thick envelope. When you try crossing the street, a large semi runs you over. No, cuts you off, and you
Game over.
and you lose. And you lose sight of Giggs, but you approach the mail slot and can see a few left behind rose petals. Gain 1. Boop.
Okay.
They stole the flowers from your friend that you took in from.
No, yeah. I guess that must be it. Okay. Well, to be honest, that wasn't as exciting as I was hoping. Who would the blonde woman be?
Harley.
Probably Harley.
It's obviously Harley.
Why is it obviously Harley? Yeah, I forgot
Because
she's the
she's-
only blonde in all of Gotham.
Name another blonde
Vicky Vale.
that would be in. Is she blonde?
She was in that second movie.
Movies aren't canon.
Or third.
Name a blonde
Batgirl.
villain.
Kim Basinger, yeah.
Villain that would be who would be in
Batgirl.
in Arkham. What did Batgirl do?
She's not a villain.
I know.
She's could be.
Yes, she might. And there's probably one comic where she's a villain.
Give me another blonde.
Harley is also not blonde. She's like, does she have black and white hair?
In some.
Yeah.
That's when she's. That's
Holly,
that got air. That
Harley's
got
also
air.
not in the comics.
That I did not know.
Yeah, she is.
She was in. Okay, she was an invention for the animated series.
Oh, okay. Well, she's in comics now.
Well,
Oh,
sure.
that doesn't count. Yeah, that's.
You're right. I forgot this was made 30, 40 years
It
ago.
was.
Retcon.
It was Harley.
But anyway, so Falcone's deeper involved, so it gets you closer to
We
your
knew that.
goal.
We knew that.
That's true. So he's mad that he used him, so that they used the doll maker.
Probably.
So the doll maker probably isn't the one that kidnapped her.
Certainly not the one that took her organs.
Well, he probably did all that, but she was probably kidnapped and led to the doll maker, and hoped for her to be harvested. But she was rescued by Catwoman and Falcone. So Falcone's behind it, but Falcone is a little bitch and doesn't do shit himself.
So maybe it's something that she was investigating.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Which is why I think we should go look at her computer
Okay.
or her notes.
Yeah. Where's that?
Downtown. No, sorry. Headquarters.
It's the headquarters?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
well,
okay.
well, that means we have to spend our 2.
Well,
Or
no,
we spend 1 to flip it, and all of them.
Yeah.
I also just have a feeling too, though. If we look at her notes, it's just going to be like, who's the doll
just soft
maker?
core
Batman.
porn about her and Batman the one time they met.
Yeah.
And she's
Of
like,
course I know him.
like,
Superman fan fiction.
right? Oh, and Superman rails
And
me
that's-
from behind.
That's why Batman kicked the shit out of her and took her fingers and harvested her organs. He's a little extreme.
That's dark. But
So,
he's a dark guy.
well, now, okay, see if Catwoman's friend can help you find more information about what happened the night Karen was abducted. That's at the Batcave. See what Catwoman uncovers when returning to the clinic. That's at Underground. What were your things, or what were my things? Here, trade me. That's you for Catwoman. So I can obtain the Dollmaker's files, which is also headquarters, so that sucks. I can ask Bullock if he has any informants in Blackgate to discuss Dollmaker, Gus Weller, and Karen Sinclair. That's at the penitentiary. Or talk to Giggs and Kinski about the investigation, which is in downtown. Which I don't want to talk to them. But I need to find out why the police don't want to continue to investigate Karen's case. which I mean, it's most likely the police are all fucking. She was probably investigating the police.
Could be.
Well, she was
And
probably investigating, something generic. Well, either probably about the doll maker or something generic, and she stumbled upon a connection.
maybe.
Because, again, Catwoman she called them, they're like fake detectives, basically, so she probably just found something she wasn't supposed to.
Yeah.
Class.
Most like a Lee. So it looks like everywhere that's free, we got downtown and the Gotham City Gazette. We got anything for the Gazette?
For the Gazette.
Not here.
Yeah, Gotham City Gazette.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Examine Karen's computer and notes.
Oh, I think I was reading them. Well,
Were you reading the one above it?
That's her.
Well,
that's her case file at GCPD.
I was reading the Examine Karen's computer. I didn't realize it was attached to 3. I thought it was attached to 2.
Oh, okay. So 3 is the Gotham City Gazette, which is where we investigate her computer.
Tis.
I don't think that one needs to be flipped.
You're
Nice. Nice, you
So I'll
did
do
it.
it anyway.
Okay, is that 3?
Yes.
Okay. Vicky, I know Karen's your friend. Maybe that's exactly why you should leave this case to the police, says Luigi Ito, Gotham City Gazette's editor-in-chief, after you ask him for permission to access Karen's belongings. You get too involved, you'll get yourself in trouble. Besides, don't you remember you have other tasks to finish, like your job?
Oh, yeah, that's...
You're fired. The articles about Maroni and the Penguins' war won't write themselves. There's also this explosion under the Kane Memorial Bridge, poison ivy spotted in Robinson Park, Mayor Hardy's unfortunate conference. Fine, I'll investigate Karen's case after hours. How about that, you sigh. You know, I can't just ignore it and pretend that everything's alright. She literally had her organs harvested. Alright then, do what you want, but I can't give you access to Karen's computer. It was secured by the police after she went missing. I do have some of the documents though, and... He continues, handing you a sticky note. I can give you the password to the folder where she stored all of her in-progress materials.
Shouldn't we get her laptop back since she's dead?
Cat, you're asking questions you don't want to know the answers to.
Only the police believe she's dead.
Okay, so confiscated documents. Karen Sinclair's personal belongings confiscated as evidence in the case. Her laptop. 4 binders with notes from the last 4 years.
What?
She took a lot of notes.
A voice recorder. And 2 external hard drives.
Hold on, hold on.
Still 4 years.
With notes.
Ooh, evidence was secured by Thomas Kinski.
Okay, so you said it was after the 4 years.
Voice recorder and 2 external hard drives. And then Karen's notes stored in the Gotham City Gazette's cloud. Why does that surprise me that Gotham City has a cloud? Like a cloud
It's dark.
server.
They have a lot of clouds.
It rains a lot.
I don't think
at
he
least
does.
in the movies.
Okay.
No, Brett knows what the cloud is.
Yeah, I don't think he does. I don't think he has to do any of that. So, article draft, Batman. Who's behind Gotham City's vigilante? Notes. August 13th. I think I finally found a way to contact Batman. Gotta be careful, though. It might be my only chance. Spacey will be mad. I just hope I didn't...
Spacey?
Huh? No, he's too busy,
Kissing
doing
kittens.
other stuff.
I don't know what these accused stuff.
Everything. I just hope I didn't spill too much when I was bragging about it to that bartender at Tino's. Article draft. Falcone's connections to Gotham City's institutions. Here's her notes for that. August 17th. How does Carmine Falcone pay his elite hitmen? Maybe I should contact Batman to investigate it. Or maybe at least tell him about the death threats I've been receiving.
What? Maybe you should
Maybe.
tell the police about the death threat.
No, she can't go to the police because they're all corrupt and poopy.
What if when they were like, how does Falcone pay his henchmen? And she was like, in fingers? Organs?
And they for some reason, they really want that. August 22nd. I was supposed to meet with Cereso Clinic today, but they canceled at the last moment. They've probably guessed I wasn't there to schedule a rhinoplasty. Or maybe I just don't look rich enough. August 30th. No need to bother Batman. For once, the police stepped up and promised to provide protection from whoever's been sending those messages. And maybe I shouldn't inform Mario about all of this, or now. He'd be mad if he found out what I've gotten myself into. And September 12th! The officials still don't want to see me. Maybe I should ask Vicky to go instead. She was always more convincing. No, that's too risky.
She might actually solve the case.
I could. And take all the credit.
Oh man, I can zoom in. Super. Okay, there's nothing there. Okay, so the evidence was turned in by Mario Ito, the editor-in-chief, and it was secured by Officer Thomas Kinski, who is clearly working for Falcone. People don't want to meet with her, probably because they catch wind and they're like, oh man, she's just walking trouble.
That's me.
And she didn't get Batman involved. She wanted to, but found that because he was too hunky.
No.
Because the police stepped up to say they were providing protection.
And they did. They protected the organs they didn't want.
They protected Falcone and the dollmaker
From
her.
Yes.
How do you think they removed the fingers? Sucked on them too hard?
They
It just popped right off?
probably
Sucked the organs out of her butt?
like have you ever pulled apart like a chicken wing and it just like cleanly just
After it's
No, why would they pull apart a chicken wing?
because I don't like eating the flats, so I pull. It's easier to pull.
The flats?
Because you have the drumstick and then you have the flats. I'm describing
You
them.
mean the breasts?
No.
The thighs?
No. When you're eating a chicken wing, it's the flat.
Yeah, you should after calling that shit flat.
That's what they're fucking called on menus.
Yeah, can I get the chicken flats?
They ask you if you want drumsticks or the flats. Chicken.
Don't.
Yes.
You've never once, but yeah, even Brad has no idea, and he's 80. He's been around.
You piece of shit! It's the one. That's the flat one.
Uh-huh.
the flat wing, the like
Yeah.
last joint.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
there's
noticed
no-
in that
no
picture
extra meat
it
on
didn't call them flats.
Winglet. Parentheses.
Here, let me see it. Let me see it.
What are you gonna do? Click on something that doesn't say that?
No, but I know that it's not called a flat, it's called a winget.
What's in parentheses?
You've lost phone. No, you've lost phone privileges. After that
I'm
debacle.
gonna find a menu right now.
Um,
Anyway, so when you take a chicken wing off of the actual bird, and it just
still no.
yes. Can I have my phone back?
No.
I want to Google more
You mean when it
flats.
slides out and all the meat is left
And the
there?
joint.
Yes, once it's roasted thoroughly. Which
Thanks, boss, you say, and turn towards the door. Vicky, one more thing, he says, stopping you. The night Karen went missing, someone stole a car near where she was left.
She had all her chicken flats in there.
The car was found in the Cherry Hill Park 2 days later. The owner, Alice Torres, came to the office earlier today. She wanted us to write an article about it. Apparently she's mad the authorities were ignoring her. I thought it might be of interest. It's not. Gain card 3. Ew! I like the little comic strips.
It's cute. Will you give me my phone back now? Or at least make sure you're not
Nope.
draining my battery.
No one cleared the desk when Karen went missing. No one felt like it was the right thing to do. Or maybe no one could believe that she was really gone. She has a little cat.
It's me.
That kind of comic style doesn't do a whole lot for me.
Well,
Like the
comic style of comics.
the abstract like minimalist style where it's like it looks like shit, but that's the point.
Well, sometimes if there's... Oh. Will you make sure my screen's not on?
It's not.
I just didn't want it to be draining my battery.
You walk up to.
What?
It's just what you said.
I don't want it to drain my battery.
You have a. Who the hell's Lil Soup?
Little soup.
Is that your other boyfriend? Is that your? And he's always dipping in you.
No, it's Haley.
You walk up to Karen's desk. No one cleared it when she went missing. No one felt like it was the right thing to do. Or maybe no one could believe that she was really gone. Where did I read that? Where to begin, you say to yourself, and you take... Never mind. You take a fat line of coke on her desk. Ah, just like old times. She was really into the whole mafia business, wasn't she? Says Warren Spacey, your fellow journalist. leaning back on his chair. Do you need some help with that case? He reaches into his pocket for a pen drive. The police didn't confiscate everything, he smiles cunningly.
I stole evidence.
I found it under Karen's desk right before they arrived. Maybe you'll learn something interesting. Ooh, we got another file, 003B.
He was down there hoping this was the day she would come back so he could suck her toes.
Yeah, he's hiding under the desk, looking up her skirt. He's like, well, Kevin Spacey is my mentor.
He's my dad.
He's my dad.
Prank him.
Okay. Phone call recording. 2 male voices. Voice 1 has an Italian accent.
Mario.
Fucking Mario! Voice 1. A warehouse! No. September 19th. Make sure no one follows you. And distorted. The boss will... And... The boss will... Sure thing, Tagaro. I told you not to use my name over the phone. Geez, alright. By the way, how are things in the... Same as usual. No problem with deliveries. Falcone will be glad. Are you sure your phone's not wired? What? Why? Okay, gotta go. Alright. So, who's Tagaro? Have we heard that before?
Yeah, we heard it when Karen was talking. That's like the first thing she said. She said, Tagaro.
Oh, 89 to go?
Yep.
I thought that was like a car.
Well, she was, yeah, I guess she was just saying 89. It still could be.
Let's see. Where the hell is that?
Is it this one?
Oh, yes. Maybe.
Vale, you arrived at the hospital, yes. Who's Tagaro? Where were you, Karen? Yeah. Pen drive under the desk. I told them I had and Tagaro.
Okay. A pen drive under the desk. Oh, okay. And who's Tagaro? Where were you, Karen? Okay. So, that was that. Okay, recent searches. Good. So, if Spacey's on the team, he's not. Warren Spacey is our informant. We do gain another one, though. Cool. Okay.
I'm just going to point out, we're allowed to solve the case now.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure we could.
Well, let's solve it because we know what's going on.
So we can talk to the owner of the stolen car, which is at City Hall. We can ask Spacey to ask his informants about Tagaro, that's underground, and ask Spacey to dig into Karen's work on the Mafia, which is the Gotham City Gazette. Which is where we're already at.
Sorry, what was that last one?
Ask Spacey to dig into Karen's work on the Mafia, which would probably be Falcone stuff. He's the one who can get us into the underground.
Yeah,
I guess we're supposed to recap right now, so what do we know? Kat, what are your notes?
Oh, man, we know Tagaro.
You haven't written anything?
Nothing. I've just been...
This is playing MASH with all the characters.
Can't write MASH.
Huh?
Can't write MASH out. You have to do the paper thing. How many things do you guys not know about?
I know what paper thing you're talking about. That's a fortune teller. That's not MASH.
We call it MASH.
Well, then you were dumb and your friends were dumb.
I will not debate that because we played MASH. So
and you ate flats.
No, I don't like the flats.
That's some back alley hillbilly thing that you probably just learned from
I don't
growing
know,
up.
man, it was, well, no.
So close to Arkansas.
Yeah, in the same town that
Yeah,
he was in.
well, where she was from, it's might as well as little Arkansas.
So it's cute.
Anyway, MASH is the mansion, apartment, shed, or house, and then you had like... Yeah.
You add?
Huh? No, so what you did is you had that, and then you had... I can't remember all the... But you had like who you were going to marry, how many pets you were going to have, and a bunch of different categories. And then you did a spiral, and then your friend that you were doing it for told you to stop. And whenever they did, you counted the rings up till the middle, and then you went through, you went M-A-S-H. Like if it was 8, you do M-A-S-H until you get to 8, and you cross that out. And you go until there's one thing left in each category. And that would tell you your life story, and let me tell you, all of mine were wrong.
That is like hillbilly
have-
Ouija board.
Yes! You're telling me you didn't have 8 wives and 7 cats? And live in a shed?
Well, it was not how many wives you had. I wasn't. That was the Mormon edition. No, I did not marry like Emma Watson and live in a. I married you.
trying to be.
That's it. He married the cats.
Oh no!
That's the problem.
Yeah, and
You thought they were wrong.
damn it. Yeah, so that's MASH, not whatever you did.
Yeah, mine was fine. Mine wasn't.
I know what you're talking about because you put like stuff. I think MASH was, or whatever yours was. Fortune teller was just like a bunch of different people.
Yours was 2D and mine was 3D. That's all it was. Because you would pull.
You don't even know how to make that thing.
I didn't because I am not good at Gore.
I'm not Gora Ami.
I'm not good at Gorami.
I'm
not good at that.
Yeah, because you would put like the options and like you had like things on the inside where it's like a color, like it's like like it was a number, right? Yep.
Even Brett knows that version.
Well, yeah, he invented it.
It wasn't me personally, but
I know the guy. What are we doing? Oh yeah, we're recapping. Tell us all of our notes.
Good recap. I just mentioned this is their elevator talk. Like as they're.
No, MASH is clearly this.
Someone's eating chicken wings in the back.
Anyway, Karen's organs sucks as they're lost.
Alright, so what I've written down so far is we know that Barton Mathis is the doll maker. Karen is super alive. When we went to GCPD, we looked at the evidence. I think that was more of the slight against her, so I won't read it. She was abducted after she was...
She was abducted after Batman chased down the thugs who were...
Okay, yes. I just wrote down she was abducted to Alameda because obviously she was abducted after she was declared dead. That's what I was trying to say. Alright, so then we looked at the files.
No, she wasn't abducted after she was declared dead.
Wouldn't she be technically abducted after she was declared dead because she was missing?
I see what you're saying.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Because she was found at her grave, my friend.
Yep.
Thank you. She's 32. She's a journalist. Gigs and Kinski.
Very important information.
We're on the case. It might be.
She's 32, well past her prime. It's all
Exactly.
dementia.
Exactly. She was abducted.
She thinks she knows Batman. Sure, Grandma. Put you back in your bed.
She was found on... Or no, sorry. I'm having trouble wording this. September 19th is when the crime initially happened. Thank you.
Yeah, 2001.
2001. A local gang did it in the Diamond District. That sounds like a clue. Batman saved her. Giggs and Kinski found Karen, was then missing. That's when they found her missing. So it was in a surgical room that's under the Diamond District. They found her blood, her little and ring fingers, and then they found, wasn't it documents proving that they were sold on the black market?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we went downtown, we visited Karen, that's when she started mumbling Tagaro, it smelled like lavender, 8-9, dollmaker, did I know Batman? And then she risked a lot to save me.
Yeah, which was Catwoman.
And we went to Arkham Asylum. Well, then we ran into Catwoman, but I have all of Catwoman's stuff right there. Giggs wants to silence someone, and he's talking to a blonde. I thought that might be important later. I think it was just a.
Could be important in like future cases.
Maybe I think it was just an Easter egg.
So we know Falcone is involved in some way. The dollmaker was used.
Right. Which is
and he's pissed, and Falcone's like, "Oh shit, he's trying to get back at us."
And I think Giggs is obviously talking to. Would he be talking directly to Falcone?
Huh?
Would he be talking directly to Falcone, or would he be talking to like a henchman?
Probably
Doesn't
Falcone
matter.
directly.
He's probably talking to someone either in association with him or him himself.
Mm-hmm.
We know that her laptop was taken into evidence. She had 4 binders with notes on the last 4 years, which means maybe she was researching this for the last 4 years.
Definitely the Mafia is what she was researching.
Mm-hmm. There was a voice recorder, 2 extended hard drives, and evidence that she was... No, sorry. I inserted a word. I was like, that doesn't make sense. Evidence was taken by Kinski, not evidence that she was taken by Kinski.
That she was.
Well, okay, I think we solved it.
That's why I was like, what?
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's a pretty good recap.
Thanks.
Now, where to next?
To the recap.
So we have.
It'd be helpful if we could go to Tagaro.
Huh?
I said it'd be helpful if we could go to Tagaro.
Well, we can ask Basie to ask his informants about Tagaro.
That's probably a smart move because he's been brought up
A couple times now.
3 times.
Yeah, that would cost 2 of these. to get that underground, and then we go to underground.
Okay.
We have a few that are exhausted, so probably not a bad idea to refresh them at some point. It's going to be number 7. For the record, we don't have like a lot of these. A lot of the...
Are these all locations we can visit?
No.
Okay.
No, it's not similar to
Okay.
Sherlock.
Okay.
It might be at some point, but I don't think we can. These are the locations we can visit. This probably might give us some if.
We know that something happened in the Diamond District, so
Yeah.
here are the 3 buildings that are
Right.
closest.
Okay, so Tagaro, whoever he is, must be somehow associated with Carmine Falcone, having to make use of your network of informants. The first person you meet is Abigail Jones. She works at the Rosemary restaurant, where gang meetings often take place, and she has quite a good ear. You meet her in the back alley before the Rosemary. On September 19th, she says after putting a piece of nicotine gum in her mouth, the night that girl went missing. Tagaro was supposed to have some important meeting in the warehouse in the Diamond District. He wanted to climb the hierarchy in the gang, so he was really looking forward to getting his job done, even if it was a basic arms transaction or something, but I haven't seen him since then. You finish the conversation and head to the last place you'd probably want to find yourself late at night, the crematory near Gotham City Cemetery. The main clients of this place are the unfortunate members of the city's underworld who die every day in various gang wars on the streets of Gotham City. The man who runs this place is Herman the Cleaner Hunter. He made quite a career from cleaning crime scenes and getting rid of bodies. Even the most prominent gang bosses use his services. Tagaro, he asks, frowning as he sweeps the ashes from one of the cremation ovens. Why are you asking me? He looked pretty alive when I last saw him. He was at Falcone's a week ago as I was picking up an order, but he was called to Falcone's office and was told that if he failed again, he would be the next to end up in my crematory. Finally, you meet with Gary Greenland, one of Falcone's chauffeurs. He drives you to the docks in Tricorn, somewhere you can talk in peace. I don't know much, especially about Tagaro, he says. But a few days after that chick was abducted, there was quite a purge in the gang. 3 people were killed. I've heard it was because one of them told too much to someone who shouldn't know certain things. They don't like snitches here, you know. Don't come to me for any more information, or you'll end up like Karen Sinclair, and I will end up like those 3 gangsters. Then he drives away, leaving you alone at the docks, far away from the nearest bus stop. Great. Okay.
Weirdly enough, she's probably safer walking on the streets of Gotham than on a bus.
Probably. Well, I don't think that helped too much. Oh, will you move that down, please?
I mean, we know that he was trying to climb the ranks. It's weird. She probably just brought him up because she was investigating the gangs.
Yeah.
Or the mafias.
Yeah.
So he was doing a job.
Yeah.
He didn't do it well, apparently.
Or
maybe his boss just has too high standards.
Okay. Karen was declared dead
Yep.
just because she was missing.
Correct.
Yep.
Now she turns up alive,
Yep.
but there's still a bunch of people who think she's dead.
Yep.
So it's not publicly known that she's alive.
Right. So the police are definitely keeping it under wraps. That's one of my things. Why the police don't want to continue to investigate Karen's case.
So they're definitely in on it with the mob, and she was probably supposed to stay dead. So I'm sure they're getting a lot of shit if they're
and that's
not.
why these people these gangsters are probably dead because they might have failed to.
And Falcone is pissed because somebody didn't do their job right.
He runs a
Right.
tight ship. What can you say?
Yeah, I
And
mean,
because she's alive.
right.
So the job was to kill her.
Yep.
Toymaker was supposed to harvest her organs.
Yep.
Which would kill her.
Dollmaker.
Dollmaker.
Dollmaker, and then
They're
they
all
were
the
probably
same.
supposed to deliver her body to the crematorium.
Makes sense. It's all in the same area.
So since she showed up, which is weird, how'd she show up next to her grave?
She was dropped off.
By who? Catwoman?
Isn't that for us to find out?
No, our goal is to find out who kidnapped her, not how she showed back up.
Well, then don't worry about it.
Catwoman probably saved her, right?
I know
Catwoman rescued her from the Dollmaker.
Okay, then, yeah. Yeah, it seems like a very Catwoman thing to do,
Mhm.
also.
So So who would have a direct hand in getting her abducted? The gang members could have probably tried something, and then Batman showed up and scared them off, and then the police could have shown up. So,
Chasing
and
Batman.
abduct, and it, no, yeah, they're like, "Oh, we'll get you, Batman." I really want to think
Did anybody say when the last time they saw Tagaro was?
who.
Anyone? Did anyone say anything?
No, not that I saw.
Because I know the
Oh wait, hold on.
the informant said last he saw he was alive. Yeah, so I guess if
Yeah, he looked pretty alive when I last saw him. He was at Falcone's a week ago. So, September 19th, so a week before then.
why no, it wouldn't be a week before September 19th because that's when the crime happened originally.
It was a week before something.
Yeah, there was
That's all we
September
got.
12th was mentioned. I think in Karen's files.
In Karen's files. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Well, that could have been the big job that Tagaro was supposed to be doing that he flubbed, and that's why he was. I don't know anymore.
Well, because Tagaro is still perfectly fine.
I had a prevailing theory, but I think it's.
Let's see. Well, I mean, let's see if we return. Yeah, it was September 12th. The officials still don't want to see me. Maybe I should ask Vicky to go instead. She was always more convincing. No, that's too risky. So August
She saved my life.
The August 30th, or when the police stepped up to promise protection. So someone is sending death threats to her.
Mm-hmm.
Probably Targone. Or any of the henchmen.
He wanted to move up.
Mm-hmm.
So he was either going to take on a high-profile favor, or he was given one as a test.
Yeah. And he failed.
Well, so he abducted Karen, took her to the doll maker for disposal, but she was rescued, or he just didn't go through with it.
Interesting. So you're thinking it's
She needed to disappear because she was investigating them for
Right.
4 years, and she was about to publish something, or she was getting too close, or something like that.
yeah. So you're thinking it was Tagaro who
Actually kidnapped?
who actually kidnapped her?
I don't think that's a bad thought at all because I was gonna say because I also wanted to clarify essentially the whereabouts of Tagaro, because I don't know. I just had the same feeling.
Yeah, we know it's not Falcone for sure. I mean, because he seems to have a bunch of underlings. Abigail Jones works at the restaurant where gangs meet. She heard that the night that the girl went missing, Tagaro was supposed to have some important meeting in the warehouse in the Diamond District. He wanted to climb the hierarchy, so he was looking forward to, even if it was big, but I haven't seen him since. Well, maybe he didn't do it. Maybe Tagaro was doing that meeting, so he couldn't have been at the meeting and also abduct her.
Well, it doesn't say he was at the meeting. It said he was supposed to be.
Well, it says he was really looking forward to getting this job done, so I can't imagine he would just bail.
Right.
So that could have been his test, so maybe this is the game also telling us that, okay, this is where he was at, so he couldn't have been abducting her at the same time.
Gotcha.
And then, yeah, Herman, the cleaner hunter, said, looked fine. He was at Falcone's a week ago as I was picking up an order, but he was called to Falcone's office and told that if he failed again, he would be next to end up in the crematory. Finally meet with...
Failed again?
Oh, that if he failed again, yeah.
Yeah, because I think he failed the big meeting that he was so excited about, and so that's why I was thinking that maybe he's trying to like make up for his situation, and so he kidnaps
An enemy.
Hmm.
Dispose of her.
Yeah.
And Falcone's pissed because it's calling unneeded attention to them,
Yeah?
Yeah.
getting them involved in more
Because the cat.
crimes than he's not even aware of.
Yeah.
So he's a rogue leader trying to impress the boss.
Boom, let's solve it. Let's solve it. I'm feeling confident. I feel a little too confident.
I'm not 100%
Oh,
on
I'm
that
nowhere
yet,
close to
although
100.
that does... Huh?
I'm throwing out ideas.
Nope, I'm 100% positive.
I'm 148.
Sell
Percent.
me.
And she was found... What was the stolen car about?
I cannot remember that one.
Let's see. Into the files. Nope. Okay, so...
Stole Falcone's car.
Well, because we can talk to the... I think it's this one. The night Karen went missing, someone stole a car near where she was left. The car was found in the Cherry Hill Park 2 days later. The owner, Alice Torres, came to the office earlier today. Oh, so probably the person who dropped her off stole the car to get away.
Makes sense.
And so we can actually talk to the owner of the stolen car. That's at City Hall, which we can just go to if we want to. That's another option.
Yep.
We can ask Bullock if he has any informants in Blackgate to discuss Dollmaker. Who's Gus Weller?
Ooh, I don't remember that name.
Damn. Unless it's in here. Let's see. Nope. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not seeing Gus Weller on here.
I don't remember it at all.
I don't remember hearing that name ever before.
We can't all be wrong.
Well, it had to have come up at some point. But that's the only thing I would want to know about is Dollmaker anyway. Which we can just get the Dollmaker's files.
Yeah.
But I really don't think it was a Dollmaker. I think he'd just hide in his sewer, and she was taken to him.
Or did he refuse the job and so somebody else tried to set him up by mutilating her? But, okay, so there was something about missing fingers,
Yes.
Yeah.
but she doesn't appear to be missing any. Or was she?
I think
She
she was,
is.
because she was in pretty bad.
She was mutilated, but she wasn't killed.
Right.
Okay.
which is-
Organs were harvested, but obviously not life-sustaining ones.
That's very... And it probably has nothing to do with the case at all, but it's very interesting that they didn't just kill her.
Well, they
Because if it was just the doll maker, unless he puts kidneys into other people.
that is true. Maybe.
It's the organ grinder.
Well, she said she mentally exhausted. So she was definitely tortured. Probably tortured for information.
Ooh, here's another Tagaro theory. What if it was Tagaro pretending to be the doll maker? Aha!
To get her information on the boss.
Well, that could be. That's not a horrible idea. If we went and got the files on him, we might get an MO
Sure.
Yeah.
on the Dollmaker and
That'd be
figure out.
cool.
It's like, oh, the Dollmaker always kills his victims.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Okay.
Okay, so we go. Well, we got to go to GCPD headquarters, which now we have to spend 2 of these, or we can just spend the 1 and then exhaust them with Vicky Vale's
True.
tight wad.
I'll put this one back too.
Okay, so GCPD headquarters, which will get exhausted,
Yep.
but now that was free. Okay, and that goes to number 6. Okay. Send 3 units to the Narrows, you hear Captain Jim Gordan ordering the other officers. We have news that Killer Croc has joined the game. The police station is engulfed in more chaos than usual. Good, no one will pay attention to you. You slip into the archives and hang around for a few minutes, pretend to read some petty theft reports until 2 officers leave with what they came for and you're alone in the room. Then you move on to the drawers with the most interesting stuff. The archivists don't even bother to label these files by the culprits' real names. You browse the folders of Poison Ivy, Mr. Freeze, the Riddler, Clayface, Jimmy, and finally there he is at the very end of the stack, the Dollmaker. His files were recently updated. Barton Mathis, a surgeon who abducted and experimented on his victims. Fascinated by dolls, he connected body parts of different people to create living puppets. You've seen many things during your career in the GCPD, but even you flinched when you saw some of the crime scene photos of the Dollmaker's victims. Police photos of Mathis show a rather miserable man, 5 feet tall with a crazy look in his eyes. His face looks like a patchwork of human skin.
Oh, that's great.
In the last few months prior to his arrest, his main area of activity had been the Financial District and Diamond District, where he had been abducting sleek and healthy businessmen and businesswomen to include their body parts in his gruesome creations. Some of the victims' organs had later been found on the black market. On September 26, Barton Mathis was finally arrested after an investigation led by Officer Giggs. The report says Mathis pleaded guilty. He was placed in Blackgate Penitentiary and then transferred to Arkham Asylum. He was arrested after she was abducted and killed, or not killed.
And also he seemed to be focusing on businessmen and women. So I mean, she's
a businesswoman.
She's a journalist.
That's a businesswoman. A journalist. She works in a journalist's office. That's a business.
When I think of a journalist versus, I don't know, businessman just gives off like I work at the bank.
Yeah.
So her abduction was not intentional. She just was in the area when he was prowling. She was investigating the mob and the meeting and just got abducted by being in the wrong place.
She just happened to be there, and he's like, "Oh, good, a businesswoman. I need fingers for my doll."
I need fingers for my business. He has like a massive.
Why do people live in Gotham?
I don't know.
It seems like they've got half the
think
the town is serial killers,
right? Yeah, it's like. And it's not like they're like an island. I mean, they are an island, but they have bridges. Like, you can just...
Yeah, but they're always fucking blowing up.
You can just...
You can't get out.
You can just leave.
At some point, I would think that you could save up your insurance money and just move.
Just don't rebuild your house.
Move literally anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
property values must be really low.
I think it's like, I think I'd rather just go to fucking Metropolis because Superman's there. Batman's not doing shit.
Rent is probably like $50.
Or at least Charm City.
Yeah, like, not Gotham City. Yeah. Oh man, this place is great!
Oh, the school districts, though, are amazing.
So,
That's all they've got.
did you move that up?
I did.
Okay.
We're in the yellow now.
Move it again.
Oh.
If we don't solve this soon, we're going to be in the red.
What does the red do?
It's like how good of a job we did.
How lucky.
Yeah. If we went to the right places at the right time.
So now I'm just wondering if her abduction really had nothing to do with what she was investigating. But she was down there as part of the investigation.
Right. Yeah. She might have... Did it say when that meeting was? Oh, yeah, a warehouse in the Diamond District. I think, yeah, maybe it was the doll maker. Maybe she just happened to be at the Diamond District investigating that job that Tagara was on.
Yeah.
And she just happened to get...
Or following him.
Yeah. And the doll maker was just like, perfect!
Yeah.
And
A business lady.
A pen drive under the desk. I told them I had to, and Tagaro. That's what she said.
Yeah.
A pen drive under the desk. We found that, didn't we?
Yeah. Spacey had it. Okay. He's like, ah ha ha. Smell it.
I peeled it.
Smell that.
Under the desk.
Yeah, he said I found it under the desk.
He didn't say what he did with it after that.
Yeah, it could have been right in his bum.
He had to hide
Clenched between his butt cheeks.
it. Had to hide it real quick.
That's
how
old
they get
editor-in-chief, Spacey.
That's how they smuggle thumb drives in prison.
So... Are we thinking it's the doll maker? Is it that obvious?
What was the
Because we also found his MO is to do exactly what happened to her.
That just seems so obvious.
Yeah,
Any good story would make that a red herring.
I also still hold to my guns. I don't think she qualifies as a businesswoman. I'm thinking Wall Street, real slick-looking lady. And when I hear that she's a journalist, I'm thinking of like crunchy granola.
She'd be more practical.
Wears like
what?
Yeah.
Well, here's
she
the other
wears
thing.
Really comfortable shoes.
Barton Mathis, he was arrested after an investigation led by Officer Giggs, and Giggs specifically said the doll maker is pissed that we used him.
And we are assuming that he's talking about the doll maker, which I don't think he would be talking about anyone else.
Yeah, that's I don't care how you just make sure Mathis keeps his mouth shut because he's in Arkham Asylum with Harley or whoever.
Yeah.
I don't care how you do it. He's mad that we used him, and Falcone is worried that he's out for revenge.
Maybe they used him as a scapegoat.
I think so, and we'll get you out of here eventually, but we have to play our cards right.
Yeah.
And Giggs is the one who didn't want us talking to Karen.
Yes.
Because at first, the way they phrased it, I thought, like, okay, well, maybe they manipulated him into doing this to her,
Right.
but now I'm thinking that they're just using
And Giggs
his-
was also the one that showed up at the crime scene, and
Yep.
Giggs is also watching her.
Because Giggs singularly caught, I almost called him the Taskmaster, the Dollmaker.
No, it was an investigation led by Officer Giggs.
Right, but then the other investigation, what I'm getting at is when they were trying to find Karen, it was Giggs and Kinski.
Oh.
So the fact that they singled out Giggs is what was triggering the alarm.
So Giggs was in love with Karen.
Yes. Karen was his ex-wife, actually.
And he was still in love with her.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't want
What?
anyone to kill her but him.
Okay, I'm like, what?
Backstory.
No one's gonna kill you. I will. And that's what we see.
And then he skinned her alive and put her as a drape.
It happens.
Yeah, it's a very occasional
You
thing.
try to lure your neighbors over.
So we're saying Giggs kidnapped her then.
Boy, I wasn't saying that, but
Oh.
now that you say it.
Well, he just
now you say it.
either
like
he's
that.
a really good red herring and he just happens to be at the wrong place at the wrong time
talking about weird shit.
yeah. Talking to probably Falcone.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it was Tagaro. I think Tagaro might have been at the warehouse nearby, and she also happened to be there. But
Yeah.
because here's the other thing: is if Batman called the police while he was chasing the gang members, and Giggs got the call, he could have been like, "Oh shit, I know." He could be working under. Giggs is obviously working under Falcone for sure with Tagara, and he's like, "Ah shit, she's not supposed to be there." Oh hey, I know who is around that area.
I know who I can take it to. Get her taken care of.
Yeah.
I know what sick freak's been down here.
But
And
then-
someone sexy, he cuts off wieners and sews them together to make even longer wieners.
But then he's so unreliable, he didn't actually kill her. He just took the parts he wanted and dumped her.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
not
you're
his
right.
MO.
Yeah, you're right. He doesn't kill him.
Yep.
So, I would say Giggs. Giggity Giggs is what he's called.
Working for Falcone. Falcone ordered her
Gigabyte.
to be taken care of. Giggs tried by
Yeah.
dumping her at the Taskmaster, the Dollmaker.
Taskmaster. Yeah.
Mixing the.
Yeah, mixing the-
universes.
Ralph Nader. I don't know.
Thanos. Where's Thanos? Yeah. I mean, we could do one more lead. Because we have these two. If we
But
just.
for what?
Well,
Would it be?
we can go to
Confirmation.
downtown and talk to Giggs and Kinski about the investigation.
Well, two more were still in the yellow.
Who do you think did it?
Giggs is like Kinski.
Kinski's like, Giggs?
Giggs clearly did it.
He still has blood on him.
On his badge.
So, we can go talk to the owner of the stolen car. Ask Spacey to ask his informants about Tagaro. We already did that.
Do it again.
For free.
Let's see. Yeah, that's the only thing we can do over here is Giggs and Kinski about the investigation, which is in downtown. What do we got over there on that one?
What do you got going?
What do we got?
What do we got?
Things to do.
I think we've done all three of those.
Visit Karen.
Check the files from Karen's case.
Yep.
Okay.
And then we went to her computer.
Yep, we've
Yep.
done all three of
Okay.
those.
All right, then see what when Culliver's returning from the clinic.
He didn't spit that at me, so I was like.
Follow
bracing.
Giggs after he's done with the shift to the hospital. We did that.
Yep.
And see if Catwoman's friend can help you find more information about what happened the night Karen was abducted.
That probably sounds pretty good
Yeah.
as a last ditch. So what do we need for that? Where's that one at?
Batcave.
The Batcave, so we need to use cats.
Oh my fucking god! I wanted to go to the Batcave this whole time.
Yeah, but it was you got to do them at the right
wasn't-
order.
It wasn't your turn.
It's not anyone's turn because if you go to the Batcave,
You didn't have the talking stick.
This is true. I didn't have the Batcave stick.
What's the number?
11.
Well, I won't tell you.
I refuse now.
I'll never tell you it's 11.
Just because you know the way in doesn't mean you can cut. Wait. Just because you know the way in doesn't mean you can come and go as you please. That hurts, and not in a good way. You respond as Batman appears suddenly. And I know you're not expecting this, but I need your help. He doesn't respond, but pulls his pants down.
Takes a fat bat shit.
That's
hangs upside down, takes a pee.
that's a response, I'd say.
Fat bat.
He's not a well socialized person.
He's very insane. Starts playing with it. I'm a detective.
Where I'm from, this is a greeting.
No thanks.
Welcome to the Batcave.
But pulls his cowl back and sits down heavily at a monitor. What exactly were you doing in the Diamond District on September 19th, you ask? You have business with some high society ladies? I've been following the gang members since late August. I knew they were planning an illegal arms transaction in a Diamond District warehouse. I didn't want to interfere too early. I waited until they were all in one place. Unfortunately, Sinclair decided to choose that same moment to bust them. I don't know how she knew about the location of the meeting. She was hiding, recording their conversation, and they discovered her. I had to act. And what about those gangsters you caught? Did you interrogate them before you tied them up and left them like a wrapped gift for the police? No, I ripped their faces off.
Didn't kill him.
They were too busy taking breathless naps.
Stop. Let him swallow.
They're sleepy.
See, when people fight me, they get all tuckered out.
That's why they call me Sandman.
Alright.
Batman, no one calls you that. Stop.
Killing people.
killing
See,
them.
I don't kill them. It's the blood loss that kills them. It's them for being too weak.
Yes.
Of course, he answers. One of them was Gus Weller. He was a hitman who collaborated with Falcone, but wasn't exactly part of the gang.
I was sorry. It's almost like if we had gone here first, we'd know who Gus Weller
Yeah, but it's not important. He owns shares in the Black Rose Casino, though. It officially belongs to millionaire Alina Scott, but it's not hard to deduce that it's a front for Falcone to launder his money. I'll go to Blackgate and beat the answers out of Weller. Maybe he'll remember some details. I don't think you will, says Batman. He died in Blackgate a few days ago due to an accident. He fell down some stairs. His shares were redistributed that same day, as if someone knew it was going to happen. I would have really liked to get my claws in him. You sure you have the restraint to be doing this kind of work? Not that it isn't nice to see you pretending to be a good guy, but I never thought you'd involve yourself in something like this. I'm a complex woman, Bats. I thought you knew that by now. Anything else I can do for you, Selena? He asks. When he calls you by name, you know he's not in the mood for small talk.
He's in the mood for smooching.
It's Giggs. Giggs is the one who fucking kidnapped her.
I feel like that's a pretty good.
Okay. And the Falcone connection?
Will you move that down? Makes me think you haven't been moving it down.
I haven't.
We'll get there. I don't know. I mean, they might phrase the question in such a way that we're like, oh, it's clearance. And they might, when I say phrase it in such a way, they might just say it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, are we answering?
Oh,
is that a walkthrough?
No, yeah, I was just telling us the answers. Yeah, I mean, we click the big final report.
Yeah.
So, we think we understand the Falcone connection too?
Well, these are probably long-term stuff,
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope. So...
There were more. I was thinking maybe they were just
Okay, I guess actually... Okay, prologue. It's late in the night when Vicky summons you all to the Gotham City Cemetery. She's waiting for you where Karen Sinclair's tombstone was standing just days before. Spacey and Bullock arrive first, then Catwoman emerges from the shadows. Hey, I didn't agree to work with criminals, says Bullock, reaching toward his holster. You all wanted to cooperate with me on this case, right? Vicky interjects and steps between them with her arms out. Then cooperate. It's time to share what we've learned. Are you ready to finish the episode and answer the questions? In the prologue, Vicky Vale's goal aligns with the main goal and she doesn't answer a personal goal question. Okay, who kidnapped and tortured Karen Sinclair?
Giggs.
The Dollmaker, Tagaro, officers Thomas Kinski and Jeremy Giggs, Carmen Falcone. She staged the kidnapping to pursue her investigation on Falcone.
I hate that option.
I do too.
No.
No.
She cut off her own fingers and harvested her own organs just to make it look good.
That's fair. She
Well,
was pretty beat up in
so
the
that probably did happen. I wonder if it's like Yeah, you're right.
No, she was genuinely out of it.
Yeah, that's true. She just happened to be there. I'd be really mad if that was the answer.
I love harvesting my own organs, honestly.
It's not Falcone.
So both officers?
Thomas Kinski and Jeremy Giggs. They are together.
Yeah.
I guess so.
That would be my...
That's...
Do you want to move on to Catwoman to answer a personal goal question? After you click on it, won't be possible to return to the previous question.
Probably not.
I mean...
Because it's Falcone. How is Falcone involved in the case? And I don't think we have a...
Oh, let's go for it anyway.
Okay.
How is Falcone involved in this case? Falcone had Karen kidnapped because he discovered that she was investigating his financial and political fraud. Falcone wanted to have Karen's organs harvested and sold by the doll maker. Karen Sinclair led a secret investigation on him commissioned by 2 lazy police officers who didn't want to lose their jobs due to their incompetence.
They did do... I did say they did a pretty bad job of... Shit.
Here's the thing, it's the prologue. I highly doubt it's that complex. It's probably the first one.
What was the first one again?
Had Karen kidnapped because he discovered that she was investigating his financial and political fraud.
He'd kill her.
He wouldn't do it. He would have someone do
Not
it.
personally, yeah, but he would.
Yeah, he would
kill
tell
her.
someone to do it, and they botched it. They took him.
Was that the butch job?
Maybe.
Because then why...
They took her to the doll maker who didn't kill her. They thought they'd
Yeah, I
kill
guess
her.
they probably thought he would. Or maybe that the organs harvested...
And that's why they were pissed that they used him.
Oh.
That's the him that they were pissed about.
I still think he was a patsy.
I mean, maybe. It's your case.
Or
Read the second one again.
It's definitely not that one. He wanted to have Karen's organs harvested and sold by a doll maker.
No, that's just stupid. What was the last one again?
Led a secret investigation on him commissioned by 2 lazy police officers who didn't want to lose their jobs due to their incompetence.
No, because Giggs sounds more nefarious than that
Right.
via phone call. Yeah, go with the first one.
Probably wrong on all these. Do you want to move on? We'll go to mine. Why didn't the police want to continue investigating Karen's case? Because the dollmaker already confessed to being Karen's kidnapper. Because one of the witnesses, Gus Weller, died in prison after he testified and the police officers were afraid to share his fate. Because officers Giggs and Kinski were bribed by Falcone. That's what I'm going to go with.
Yeah.
At the end of the episode, where was your investigation token at? Purple, not purple, yellow.
Green.
All right. Hell yeah, I got 4 out of 5 right. Okay, who kidnapped and tortured Karen Sinclair? Officers Thomas Kinski and Jeremy Giggs.
$6.
Explanation. We can do the long version. Oh, that's awesome. Short version and long version.
Oh.
I like that. Karen Sinclair. Oh, your answer is correct. 92% got it right. Damn. All right. Karen Sinclair investigated Carmen Falcone's illegal business. On September 19th, Karen attempted to eavesdrop during an illegal arms transaction in the Diamond District, but she was noticed by Falcone's men and attacked. Fortunately, she was saved just in time by Batman, who happened to be patrolling the streets nearby. The gangsters ran away and Batman continued to chase him, but before that, he notified the police about Karen's whereabouts and asked them to escort her safely to the hospital. Jeremy Giggs and Thomas Kinski volunteered to take up the task. Batman managed to catch several gangsters who were attending the meeting, including Gus Weller, a hitman working for Falcone. Togaro, a lieutenant in Falcone's gang, fled. When officers Giggs and Kinski arrived to help Karen, she wasn't there, or so they claimed. In fact, they kidnapped her and transported her to the Sorisco clinic owned by Carmen Falcone. They hid her in the basement and interrogated her. They were worried that she had contacted and been saved by Batman. Batman's involvement in all of this would make things even more complicated. They wanted to ask her if Batman knew that Falcone had informants in the police department, Giggs and Kinski, but Karen was tough and interrogating her took longer than expected. They kept their faces hidden but used the dollmaker's method so that she would be convinced that she was kept in the basement by the infamous surgeon.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Patsy.
Nice. Well, good
I'm
thing.
a patsy. Everyone's a patsy.
A week later, it was announced that Karen was most likely kidnapped by the dollmaker, who was collaborating with Falcone's Soriso clinic. Her blood was found in his surgical room when she was arrested 2 days later, and the lead investigators claimed that parts of her body were already sold on the black market. The dollmaker, who was framed by Falcone, Giggs, and Kinski, was sent to Arkham. The funeral, held on September 30th, was conducted with an empty coffin. On October 3rd, Catwoman broke into the Soriso clinic to steal from Falcone, but instead she found the tortured woman. She decided to rescue her after running away. Karen tried to contact her mother, but she claimed that her daughter was dead and buried at the Gotham City Cemetery. Karen rushed to the cemetery and saw her own grave. That's where she was found by other visitors who immediately informed the police. Sweet. I want to know what we got wrong. How was Falcone involved in the case? Falcone had Karen kidnapped because he discovered she was investigating his financial fraud. And why didn't the police want to continue investigating Karen's case? Because officers Giggs and Kinski were bribed by Falcone.
They weren't bribed?
No, they were.
Oh.
So I don't know how we got 4 out of 5. I don't know which one we got wrong. Oh, I think we lost points because we weren't in green.
Oh, that makes sense.
So we got every single question wrong.
Well,
3 days
You have the
after...
answers.
3 days after your meeting at the Gotham City Cemetery, Karen Sinclair finally begins to regain her faculties. She doesn't remember much from her kidnapping, but she finally decides to reveal her findings about Falcone's fraud and his connections to the police. The evidence she provided was so solid that even such a powerful mafia boss like Falcone couldn't avoid prison time. And you, the unlikely team who worked together to reveal Karen's real abductors, have caught the attention of a certain police captain. Hell yeah. Alright, that was the epilogue. So, see you next time the story continues. And then we click continue. Yep, so we got that one, and there's 4 total. It goes guilt, nostalgia, and then remorse. So that was obviously the prologue. And that was Everybody Lies, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. Click the I to go to the discussion. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you. Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you would like to see more of my content, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell to be notified whenever I upload any new content. If you feel like supporting the channel, you can go ahead and click that Patreon link to be taken to my Patreon, and any help is truly appreciated. Other than that, stick around for any other run-throughs or reviews or cool top 10s or whatever I feel like putting on. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you.